Nobody expected this game to become a classic. Minnesota came in with grit, Oregon came in with speed, and the stadium buzzed with the kind of electricity you only feel when something special is about to happen, even if you don't know it yet. From the opening kickoff, you could feel the tension. Oregon struck first, a quick slant, a missed tackle, and suddenly 80,000 voices erupted as the Ducks sprinted into the end zone. Minnesota didn't panic. They had been here before, overlooked, underestimated, but never outworked. On the sidelines, you could see it in their eyes. This wasn't just another game. This was a chance to rewrite their season, maybe even their identity. Midway through the first quarter, Minnesota answered. The quarterback dropped back, the pocket collapsing around him. And just as the pressure closed and he launched a deep ball down the right sideline, the receiver leapt, twisting his body midair, pulling the ball in with one hand before crashing to the turf. First down. The crowd exploded. And 2 plays later, Minnesota punched it in to tie the game. Now it was a fight. Oregon's offense started to find rhythm. Quick passes, screens, option plays designed to stretch Minnesota across every blade of turf. But Minnesota's defense responded with pure effort, diving tackles, swatting passes, refusing to let Oregon's speed dictate the game. Every drive felt like a tug-of-war. Oregon would strike. Minnesota would answer. Oregon would break free. Minnesota would tighten their grip. By halftime, it wasn't just a game, it was a war of identity. In the third quarter, Oregon took control. A perfectly timed deep shot gave them a 2-score lead. You could feel the momentum shift, the stadium falling quiet, Oregon smelling blood. Most teams would fold here. Most teams would accept the script. But Minnesota wasn't most teams. With 7 minutes left in the third, everything changed. Minnesota's running back broke through the line on a simple inside handoff. Except it wasn't simple. He bulldozed one defender, spun off another, and suddenly he was gone. 60 yards. The entire Minnesota sideline stormed down the field to celebrate. It was more than a touchdown. It was a spark, and that spark lit a fire. In the fourth quarter, Minnesota tied the game with a perfectly executed 2-minute drive. Crisp passes, smart clock management, and a quarterback who refused to blink under pressure. Oregon responded with a field goal, taking the lead again. 3 minutes left. Everything on the line. What happened next will live forever. Minnesota started their final drive from their own 20. The stadium held its breath. Every play mattered. A quick out, a scramble for a first down, a deep ball that just barely stayed inbounds. Slowly, painfully, beautifully, Minnesota drove down the field like a team possessed. With 9 seconds left, the ball sat on Oregon's 12-yard line. No timeouts. One last chance. The snap came. The quarterback looked left, then right. Nothing. Oregon's defense closed in. And then, at the last possible moment, he fired a laser to the back of the end zone. The receiver stretched, fingertips brushing the ball, pulling it in before tumbling out of bounds. Touchdown. Minnesota took the lead. The stadium erupted. Oregon fell silent. The sideline erupted in chaos as the clock hit 0. It wasn't just a win. It was a statement, the kind that echoes for an entire season. Minnesota had gone toe-to-toe with one of the most explosive teams in college football and emerged victorious. And long after the lights dimmed and the stadium emptied, one thing was clear. This wasn't just a game. This was the night Minnesota proved they belonged. The night everything changed.